What's going on, Mutha Truckers? Let's give you guys the current big update here. This is a really big trucking company, and you guys have heard of Pride Truck Sales. They got about 45 to 50 locations in America, and so it's one of those things where they have a trucking company, and they just filed for bankruptcy protection, and they're facing a $100 million lawsuit. You know, they do business out here in Illinois, but they're based and do business in Ontario, Quebec, and Alberta in Canada. And so this company here has 391 tractors, 1,200 trailers, and they did acquire a trucking company based in Texas called Arnold Transportation Systems in 2022. And so they have 805 trucks, 2,600 trailers in Canada and US. So this is big stuff right here. You know, it says here, one of Canada's biggest trucking carriers have filed for bankruptcy protection after lender Mitsubishi HC Capital America filed a lawsuit seeking $100 million. They said, quote unquote, "We have taken these steps to commence the CCAA proceedings and to seek recognition under the Chapter 15 cases so that we can maintain our current operations, stabilize our business, and establish governance, controls, and monitoring, and develop a plan to restructure the benefits of our stakeholders." So Daimler suing them for $193 million. Daimler US, $69.7 million. Packard Financial, $46.9 million. And Volvo Financial Services of Canada, $9.8 million. Now, why are they saying that they're defaulting on everything? Here is the quote-unquote from the president of the company. Pride Group's business focused on offering a one-stop solution, including truck sales and leasing, repairs and maintenance for entrepreneurial owner-operators, primarily from the South Asian community. In his affidavit, Johal indicated this owner-operator truck driver demographic is in peril. Quote-unquote, the North America trucking and logistics industry is facing a prolonged downturn, the effects of which are exacerbated by the trucking and logistics boom that preceded the downturn, which can be traced to the COVID-19 pandemic and major geopolitical events. Spot freight prices, diesel prices, and interest rates trend were all initially favorable for trucking industry following the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. They have all deteriorated significantly since that time. Bottom line results is made significantly worse by virtue of the increased trucking and logistics supply that was brought to market during the upturn, which is currently sitting at an unused excess capacity in the market. Sam Johal blamed rising interest rates, diesel costs, sharply dropping spot rate, increasing customer delinquencies and defaults on leases and contracts on the sudden turn in fortune for the company. Pride Group itself has received more than 40 default notices since December 2023. Lenders have indicated they will no longer fund new lease assets. Court documents say some 30,000 truck drivers interface with Pride Group annually as employees, customers, leasers, or contractors, as roughly 1,000 employees, independent contractors in the U.S., Canada, and India, and most of them in Canada. Until very recently, the Pride Group was highly profitable, Joel said. The onset of COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 disrupted the Pride Group historical trajectory, initially causing unprecedented growth, but then ultimately leading the Pride Group's inability to meet its financial obligations. So pretty much just blaming everything on the downturn of the economy. You know, Mutha Truckers comment down below, but just wanted to give you guys some information about that. What's going on, Mutha Truckers? You know, yesterday I had such a great conversation with this team. We're out here at the TCA in Nashville, and as soon as they said, man, all this FMCSA stuff now in California, I was like, just like cars, you got to get smogged twice. They're like, not twice. How many times?
4 times a year.
4 times a year. So let's make you guys comfortable. Let's intro everybody. What's your name, sir?
I'm Barry Oberg.
Cheryl Oberg.
I'm Leanne Hill.
I was hoping for all the same names here. Yeah. So, what is your company? What do you guys do? And I'm telling you, the FMCSA has a lot of rules and regulations, and a lot of companies might not know what to do and how to be compliant, right? And so, who wants to kind of take that?
So we're vehicle licensing consultants based out of California. and we've been around for over 20 years helping trucking companies with compliance. Our latest thing, what we're here for at the show, is to promote our DQM Connect, a better way to manage driver files.
Oh, I hear that. So what's the biggest gripe that you are seeing for fleets and stuff that they're just not getting right?
Well, right now, the big emphasis is about the CARB compliance out of California. And at the conference today, and over the last couple of days, we have talking to several different trucking companies that don't want to go into California anymore. They were doing business in California, and now they are not going to continue doing business in California.
You know, I think about the small operators, right, in California. And now, usually when things are compliant in California, is it not just working and living in California, but if you do work in California, you also have to be compliant. Is that true or no?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so what's happening and what our customers are telling us right now is they are being strangled. There's some unrealistic expectations from CARB right now in particular. And so when we went out to our customers, they said, hey, we need to learn more. So we did a conference in Sacramento and got a lot of feedback from our customers. We had 17 carriers represented there, and we just needed, what we hear is they need a bigger voice.
I heard that. No, and we got to talk a little bit about that today. So with this, because everybody's scared of this small compliant thing, when does this actually start? Who has the answers to that?
Well, it starts now. It's the clean check. Clean truck check.
Say it 3 times fast.
CTC, Clean
Yeah.
Truck Check.
And it's being enforced. Every carrier that is either based in California or you travel into California, you have to pay a $30 tax.
So if it's 4 times, then that's every quarter then? Is that what that is?
They're paying it yearly, the $30, but then enforcement of it, so they have to do an inspection, a smog inspection, and it is in 2027, I believe. It does start to be 4 times a year. It ramps up. It goes 1 time a year, and then twice, and then 4 times a year.
Wow. So we talked about this yesterday. What do trucking companies really need to do? How do they stick together? What's the game plan? Let's start the conversation.
So I believe that carriers need to come to their associations, right? But don't rely on the associations. You have to be your own advocate. The stories are not being told. They need to have their stories told out there. Contact your congressman. We are trying to get a big group of people and give them that voice, right? And you had a saying earlier, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a corny saying, but I think it really speaks to everything that this is talking about. If we're divided, you can move pebbles all day long, but if we unite together, then we can really move mountains. So to the viewers, what does that tell you? That means we need to unite together so we can change this.
I love it, guys. So if they want more information on how to stay compliant, let me swing this back. You guys have been giving me a lot of free information for my drivers here because, I'm always worried about them, especially the ones working in California, right? Where can they find y'all?
We're out of Northern California. You can catch us on our website, which is I Am for Truck. So it's I, M as in Mary, the number 4, T as in Tom, R, U, X as in X-ray.com. Find us on our website.
Cool. And I see a little bit of that going on. Auburn, I know where that is. I went to Sac State, so yeah, I'm from Sacramento. Yeah. That's the only reason I'm showing you some love today. Yeah. We're the same people.